Okay, so let's take a look at Docker and how we can run our web server and our little database in a Docker container. So the Docker container is going to use package.json. So the package.json file is what we used to build our system. Remember, it tells us which libraries we're using. So we're using Express and LoadDB. And what I've added here is a script telling it where to start. So in this case, we want Node to run HTTP server.js. So if you remember, here's our HTTP server. So this is Express and our database. And what we're going to do is we hit the /data, and for now that's going to list out whatever data we've got in the file db.json. So this is our database file. Okay, so the idea is we're going to run all of this in a Docker container. In this case, it's going to be on our machine. So we need to install Docker, obviously, and we're going to use some Docker commands. So the commands we're going to use are these. We're going to run docker build, and we're going to build whatever is in the package.json, and then we're going to run it, and we need to know the ID of the image that we're going to run, and that'll create a container. And then these, we can stop the container and we can remove it. Okay, so we'll go around this cycle. There's some other extra commands that we'll need. So let's take a look now at the Docker file that we need to write. So this is what's going to be accessed. This is the default name, Docker file. It can be changed, but we're going to use the default. So there's an image in Docker for a Node installation, and it's called Node Slim. And in the container, we're going to set up a work directory /app. And then we're going to copy some files into the container. So we need HTTP server because that's what we're going to run. And we need the database. And it also needs the package.json. So all of these are going to be copied into the app working directory. And then we're going to run npm install. So this is going to install Express and LoadDB into the container, into our Docker container. We're going to expose this on port 3000. And then finally we run npm start. So this is going to execute this start script here. So it's going to run then node HTTP server in the container. Okay, so let's do a build. Docker build. So it's pulling down Slim. Takes a few, around a minute. Nearly there. Okay. Extracting everything. Okay, we're looking good there. Almost at the end. Let's see. It's running npm install. Okay, we've got everything. So it's built the image successfully here. So let me copy that. Okay. And now we need to, let me clear. We need to do a Docker run. We need to map the port of the container to the ports of this machine. So I'm going to map 3000 to 3000. Now I'm going to name the container test and give it the image that we're running. Okay, so now let's bring up a web server. So here I've got 3000. Let me bring it up again. Yep. And that's because we don't have that path. And let's put data. And there we got the data back. and you'll see if I bring the window now, there it is. That's us hitting it. Let me hit it again. There we go. Okay, so the container is alive and working. We have our server there, and now we can hit it from our website. Okay. You can get the code for this talk at fullstacks.org, and in particular the GitHub file at little.db, and here's the fullstacks.org site. You can see all our material there. Okay.